Halacha Yud Gimel. Sefer Torah Tefillin and Mezuzos shekasvan apikoros. If you have a Sefer Torah, Tefillin and Mezuzos was written by someone who doesn't believe in the Torah, the apikoros. Yisarefu, you should burn them. Kasvan kusi, or Yisrael mumar. If a kusi, those who lived in Israel and accepted parts of the Torah, but in the end we found them worshiping in Avodah Zarah, or Israel who doesn't, who specifically goes against the Torah, who keeps some and also doesn't keep others, a mumar, for whatever type of mumar he is, either for Avodah Zarah or for some particular mitzvahs or mitzvahs, or that he doesn't keep, or moser biad anas, or someone who gives over a Jew to a strong man, or eved, or isha, or if we're talking about a slave or a woman, or katan, or a child. Hare elu psulin. So these are apostle. You cannot. They are not allowed to write any of these things. Sefer Torah, Tefillin, and Mezuzos. Viganezu, and you put them in geniza. So in apikores, you burn it, and for these others, you bury it. Shnamar ukshartem uchsavtem, since it says that you should tie them on your arm and you should write them. Call shemuzhar ahlakshira umaminba. Anyone who's commanded about tying it and believes in it, hu shekosef, they're the ones that also write it. So we see that the Torah connects ukshartem to uksavtem, to tying to writing. Therefore, it's those that can tie that they can also write. Nimso biad apikoros ve'eno yodea mi kasvan. If you find it in the hand of an apikoros, but you don't know who wrote it, yiganezu. So in that case, we'll also bury it. We're not going to burn it unless we actually know that the apikoros wrote it. Nimso biad kusi kshedim. But if it's found in the hand of a kusi, which is, like we said, it's more lenient than the apikoros. So we're going to be even more lenient in that case and say, well, we're not going to just assume that the kusi wrote it, put it in geniza, but we're going to say that it's kosher out of doubt. And we do not buy these things, Sfarim, Tefillin, Mezuzos, from the non-Jews, even the Kusim, more than their value. In order to not get them used to stealing and robbing these things in order to make more money. Okay, it's Kesef Mishna. Halacha Gimel Sefer Torah Tefillin Mezuzos v'chulu Begittin Perek Hasholeach Taf Mem Hey. So where does this come from? This halacha comes from Gittin. Amar Rebbe Nachman. Naktinen Sefer Torah Shekasva Apikoros Yisaref. We we've taken the halacha. We established that a Sefer Torah that was written by an apikoros should be burnt. Kasva kusi yiganes. But if a kusi writes it, so you put it in geniza. You bury it. Armin and basachi. Sefer Torah shekasva kusi. So then afterwards we learned that a Sefer Torah that was written by a kusi tani chada yisarif, tani chada yiganes. One learned. We have a statement that it says that in that we've learned that you burn it, and we've learned that you bury it. And we have another statement that says you read in it. So which one is it? It's all three, seemingly. This is in the Gemara. And it says, oh, okay, we establish each one of these as a different case. This that it says you bury it, call kihai tana de tana Rav Hamnuna. This is like that the Tana Rav Hamnuna learned Brei de Rava from the son of Rava de me Pashronaya, from Pashronaya. Sefer Torah shekasva Apikoros, that a Sefer Torah that was written by Apikoros, who mostly Biad Anas, and somebody who gives over to a strong man. Kusi ve'eved ve'isha ve'katan ve'Yisrael mumar psulin. So any of these cases, like we mentioned, if it was written by them, the Sefer Torah, it's possible. Like it says that you should tie them and you should write them. That those that have the halacha to tie it, they're the ones that can write it. And anyone who does not have the obligation to tie it is not able to write it. And since Rav Nachman holds that like this brisa, that if a kusi writes it, you should bury it. Kaimalon, kai brisa kaimalon. That's how we establish the halacha that we bury it in such a case. And even though we learned apikoros together with him, right? It says over there, it includes the apikoros in this whole list. Sefer Torah shekasvu apikoros musa biyad anas and so forth, and kusi ve'eved. It includes the apikoros as one of these. That's saying that it's possible. So it bechada machta, it includes all of them. So why are you making a distinction between the apikoros and the others? Because apikoros and Rav Nachman disarif, and Rav Nachman already learned that by an apikoros we burn it. Even though we don't hold like the brisa when it says apikoros, but we do hold like this brisa with the rest of them. Meaning to say that we selectively say that this brisa is correct, except in this detail of the apikoros. The apikoros, we're going to burn it. But all these others, that brisa is correct. And they're puzzle. And we know that we're going to bury it. Inami, the brisa, nami savra de kasva because yisari. Or you could say that this brisa einachanami holds that we're going to burn the Sefer Torah that the Apikoros wrote. El mishum be'einach lo matzu leminka yisarif lo nakanami ba'apikoros. But since you can't say by these others that you're going to burn it. It also doesn't say about the apikoros. It just simply says psulin. So what is an apikoros according to Rashi? He says oduk ba'avodas kochavim, someone who's attached to idol worship. Kegon kohanehem, like their priests. Yisarif, he should burn it. Devadei l'shem akum kosvachulu. That certainly he wrote it for his akum, for his avodas kochavim. Ovid v'isha inan bikshira, and so the slave and the woman are not obligated in tying the tefillin. The mitzvah saseh shazman grama here, that this is a positive commandment that's dependent upon time. Kusim geri arayos him, and kusim, they're not complete converts. They're converts because of the lions that were attacking them, as is explained in Navi. That is to say, that they're not willing participants in the religion. So they're similar to the mumar. Mumar or musa biad anas. And those that have rejected particular mitzvahs, a mumar, or someone who gives over Israel, a Jew, to a strong man and so forth, they have rejected, they have thrown off themselves the yoke. That's the end of the quote. I'm not sure where he's quoting from. I don't think that's all from the Gemara. Hasholeach. Menira the Yisrael mumar hainu mumar l'chol Torah. So what kind of mumar are we talking about when we say Yisrael mumar? This is referring to a mumar that has rejected the whole Torah. Dilu mumar ledavar echa, that if it's a mumar that has only rejected one mitzvah, my item also biad anas afilu mumar la'aveda she'ena chmura kol kach pasol. So why would it then mention somebody who gives over to an anas? Even if it's an avera that's not quite as strict as a giving over to an anas, it would still be possible. Meaning to say that you could find a lighter case if he's a mumar to a lighter avera, then you wouldn't have to mention the musar li'ad anas. Everything would all be included in if any mitzvah is a mumar. So we must say that it's referring to a stronger case of mumar, a mumar l'chol Torah. But it must be, like we stated, if it's found in the hand of an epikores, you're going to bury it. That's also the statement of Rav Nachman there. Also, if you find it in the hand of a kusi, the Mishna in Lokrin Svarim Tefillin Mezuzos Min Akusim, we don't take these things from Akusi Yosod Al Demei more than their money. Mipnei Tikun Ha'olam, because of the way the world should work. Kolomar Lo Hargila Legonvam Legozlam Limkor Biyoker, in order to not get them used to selling them for a lot of money. Begamara Amar Le Rav Budia Rav Ashi Yeser Al Demei and Huda in Lokrim. Rav Budya said to Rav Ashi that we don't take them for more than their money. But if they're just selling them for their price, we'll take it from them. So it's found then that this halacha would be that if we're going to buy it from them, so if we find a Sefer Torah in his hands, so we're not going to have to bury it then. We don't know if he wrote it, but just like you can buy from him, you also don't have to bury it. Dilma lignos. Maybe you should bury it. This that the Mishna, that is to say that the Mishna is medayik, that if it's their value, we take it from them, we buy from them lignos. We take them. Maybe you want to say that we should buy them to put them in Geniza. And we shouldn't keep it in his hands. Maybe it's kosher, but we put it in Geniza from Suffolk. That's the question of the Gemara. We see we're not going to conclude like that. We find that it says that some say you put it in Geniza, and some say you can read it. And so the Rambam paskins like the Manda Amar that it's okay, you can read it. Kalishna Basra, like this, the last statement. That this is also the simple diuk, the simple way we can extrapolate from the Mishnah. It's the simplest way to do it, that we can read it, podino, so that you can redeem it, and of course read from it, not just to redeem it for Gniza. Afal gav the dachi Rav Ashi. And even though Rav Ashi pushes this away and says, well, maybe it means just to put it in Geniza, we can't rely on such a pushing away of Rav Ashi, but rather we say that these are kosher